is all they do. They go out there and attack sellers all month long. They got VAs in place. They got these lists. They got these big old offices with hundreds of people calling. They got a lot of overhead. Don't get me wrong. And this is what they do. They go out there and they just lock up contracts with sellers directly and sell them to people like you who that contract fits your criteria. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you pay them a fee, and that fee is usually 10, 15, 20, 30. I've seen assignment fees of $200,000, $300,000. Now, these are bigger deals. Your typical average assignment fee, to give you guys some gauge, is about $15,000. Okay. So if you're like, oh man, my criteria is a 4.3 in Pennsylvania, a single family home, minimum work, boom. Hey, Steve, I got a deal for you. Hey, take a look at this deal. And then they'll sell you the deal. Right. Your second question, though, Steve, was foreign money. There's nothing foreign about the money. I mean,
boring. That's what I meant. Boring.
Boring.
Where are these rich people that I need to go rub some feet?
So remember, get the rich thing out of your head. It's not rich people. Somebody having 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, these aren't rich people. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people. I'll make an example like this. How many people do you think you come across on a daily basis or a weekly basis or annual basis that have retirement accounts that have no damn idea what that money's doing, what their return is, and you can offer them a better return than what their retirement account is doing? That's just one example, by the way. So I've done deals with people who have 401ks that are like, they're like, dude, I got $100,000, $200,000 in a 401k. It ain't doing a damn thing. I don't even know what the money's doing. They start looking at the 10-year average when you have the conversation, like, I'm getting like 4%, 5%. Like, this is nothing. Like, and so those same individuals want to be in real estate, but they want to be the lender. They don't want to be the actual one doing the nitty gritty, dealing with the contractors, dealing with the leaky toilets or the roofs and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So there's a lot of people that you rub elbows with that have 40, 50, 60K that can be your entry fee for the next deal. And their money is secured by the real estate, by a lien position, right? So when Bank of America lends you money or Chase lends you money, what do? They put a lien position on that property, right? To secure their money. They're going to do the same thing. You're going to get it all structured up. You're going to get all the mortgage drafted. You're going to get the note drafted. And you're actually going to get a formal lien and a mortgage and a note. You're going to sign the note. Everything's the same process. Nothing different than what the banks are doing. Yep. And then Alec, did I get your second question up just now?
I believe he did. I'm not too sure. I got some other questions for you, but I know Jacob had his hand raised too, so I'd let him.
Cool. Go ahead. What's up, Jacob, man? You're a young buck, man. Tell me, bro. You got a lot of energy.
Oh, man. Yeah. Wow, this is awesome, man, by the way.
Yeah, you guys getting value out of this or no?
No, it's good. Yeah, it's
Definitely.
Good, man.
Yeah, this is really worth it. So suppose you go through the steps.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Lonnie.
Well, yeah, so suppose you go through the steps, right? And you secure your first place. How do you typically fill your vacancies? I know you do Airbnb, but what are some other good ones that?
Oh, good question. So one of the big things I have, so one of my businesses, I have a co-living business. Have you guys ever heard of Padsplit? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 33 units on Padsplit. And one of the reasons why is two reasons. It's a two-part reason. I don't know if you remember in the beginning of the presentation, I rented a bedroom at one point, right? And so I knew what it was to find bedroom rentals. I was going on Craigslist, Facebook. I was going everywhere I could. My first bedroom rental was $400 a month. Well, back in 2016, what's his name? Atticus, which is the CEO of Padsplit, which I rub elbows with. He created a marketplace for bedroom rentals, which is called Padsplit, right? He did the same thing Airbnb did. He's a technology company. So Airbnb doesn't own any homes, neither does Padsplit. But what they have done is they created a marketplace. So one of the ways I fill my vacancies is through Padsplit. And what I do is I take 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom homes, and I convert them into 8, 9-bedroom homes that pay me $700 to $800 a bedroom. Okay, bro, I got houses I'm making. Shit. Yeah, exactly. I have houses that make me $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month for one home, right? So you got to imagine, I'm not only making all this money, Well, I obviously have expenses, but I'm getting tax depreciation. I always tell people there's more than one benefit to owning a piece of real estate. A lot of people, when they think real estate, they think like, oh man, what's the monthly check that I get every month? No. Cash flow, which is your net profit, is what we call the terminology in real estate. Cash flow is icing on the cake, guys. Don't always remember this. Cash flow is icing on the cake. All the other benefits that you get, the tax depreciation, the cost segregation, the appreciation, cash flow, et cetera, leverage, all those other benefits, right? I always tell people there's more than 5 benefits to owning real estate. And you can check all these boxes every single time you buy a piece of real estate. So you have all these benefits of owning real estate on top of the cash flow. So my strategy that I do to answer your question, one of my strategies is obviously Airbnb, but Airbnb game has changed, right? Airbnb is not what it used to be. Okay. When Brian Chesky, the CEO of Airbnb, he opened that shit up years ago. I was telling people to do bedroom rental or home rentals. That's how long I've been Airbnb. I have over 2,000 reviews on Airbnb. Okay. And that business model has changed. So I wouldn't suggest getting into that because you have to have a lot of money to make the property very unique and buy in a very, very unique area. Okay. You have to give the consumer an experience. So that's an exit strategy, right? So in real estate, you have all these different exit strategies. You have co-living, which is Padsplit. You have Airbnb, which is short-term rental. You have midterm rental, which is like nurses, maybe doctors that you're hosting for 3, 4, 5 months for fully furnished homes. You have all these different exit strategies. One of the best exit strategies right now that I personally do that I like because we're in times where it's super unaffordable is Padsplit. And so that goes back to the house hack. If you buy a property and you're converting it to 5, 6, 7, 8 bedrooms, it's paying for itself. You're getting 27.5-year depreciation. You're getting tons of tax write-offs. You're getting future appreciation. You're getting cash flow. The list of benefits goes on, right? And the property's paying for itself. So here's the cool thing. This is what I always tell people. People are like, man, what do you do for a living? I'm like, man, I'm a real estate investor. Like, oh, okay, cool. That's like so broad. Yeah, well, I own properties that people spend 60%, 70% of their life working to pay off my debt. Think about that for a second. People go to work every single day for me, right? And I know that might sound a little selfish, but people are going out there working 40, 50, 60-hour weeks to pay off the debt that I have, that I'm not paying. I'm just holding the debt under my company's name. See what I'm saying? And as that debt pays down every single month, what happens? You get equity. And I'm not even paying for that.